Right guys, we're back for an awesome weekend at the Adam LZ Festival. If you haven't already seen that video we posted last Sunday, after this video go back and watch it because it's an absolutely epic video. We met some of the biggest YouTubers in the automotive game, and Jimmy Oakes even done an outro for our video, which was absolutely amazing. But now I need to get on with painting this bumper because I've got somebody that wants to come and see the Note. But before I get stuck into that, I've mentioned it before that we were going to have a bit of a giveaway when we hit 3,000 subscribers. We're also going to have a bit of a live stream. It's going to be our first ever live, so it's going to be a good laugh. And it turns out it's also going to be our 100th video as well. So 100th video, 3k subs, we've got some new partners on board. We're going to do some giveaways, we've got some special tools to give away. We're going to give away some home built t-shirts. A few other wee bits and bobs. You'll need to join the live stream to find it, but we've got a few good prizes. You don't want to miss it. I'm probably going to arrange that for not this Sunday but next Sunday. We should hit the 3,000 subs by then. I think we've only got about 52 to go. So keep making sure you're hitting that sub button, make sure you're hitting the like button and get these videos out there. And hopefully we'll see you on the live stream and we'll give away some cool prizes. Right, so I'm in the Nissan Note. We've got the seats out yet. It's a perfect time to see if we can get this headliner clean. It's in a pretty sorry state. It's had way too many fags smoked in it. It's all handprints. It's very, very dirty. I'm just going to attack it with a drill brush because I don't think we can damage this any more than it already is. So I think I'm going to soak it in cleaner, attack it with a drill brush and see if I can bring it back to as close to its original colour as possible and try and get rid of some of the fag smell out of it. So wish me luck. I don't know how well you guys will see this, but you can pretty well, yeah, you can see it a little bit. Up the side I've done, and then obviously the bit I haven't done. What it is doing, guys, is making the headliner slightly fluffier. Now, if I was a customer, I think I'd rather have a clean, nice smelling headliner that's slightly fluffier than one that stinks and isn't fluffy. So you can see it clearly there. You can see where it's went a wee bit fluffier, but you can also see where it's still filthy and where it's clean. So I think I'm going to continue with the drill brush, finish off the inside of this, and then I'll maybe worry about the fluff later. I'll see if there's anything I can do about it, but at the moment I'm happy for it to be clean and fluffy. Right, so the headlining's done. It smells much better in here, doesn't it, Charlie?
Yeah, loads better.
So what we're going to do now is just do this carpet. It's chucking it down with rain outside as usual, so we can't really do much out here. Charlie's going to get the carpet done, then we can get the seats cleaned up in the garage, throw them back in here and then just leave the car running with the heater on to dry it off. We'll do that back bit as well. Charlie's got the carpet all shampooed, the headlining's done, the back seat's done. We've only got the front seat still to do, and the base of the back seat. But we're leaving the car to dry out for a bit. We're going to leave it running for a bit. Just quickly though, while this is drying, the little Nissan Note's got an ABS fault on it and we are nipping into AUTOPARTS to pick up some other stuff. So I'm going to have a quick look with the Topdon, see if I can see if it's just a sensor, and we'll see if they've got one of them in stock while we're there. As always guys, you know how much we rate the Topdon. It's a brilliant bit of kit. I will leave a link in the description for one. Unfortunately they're not on special offer at the minute, so they are full price. They're about 300 odd quid, but I will leave a link for the cheapest one in the description below if you want to pick one up. Right, this is looking much cleaner inside now, and it smells a hell of a lot better. We haven't done any of the dressings yet, it's just had a real deep chemical clean. The last thing I'm going to do before we start getting it its last hoover and dressing is we're going to throw one of these Comma aircon cleaners in. Again, supplied to us by AUTOPARTS. The guys down there are brilliant, they always look after us. The link's in the description below, so if you need anything, I'm sure they'll look after you guys as well if you just go in and tell them Home Built sent you. But yeah, we're going to throw this Comma air cleaner in. Basically, you set the air conditioning to on, leave the engine running, click the trigger, shut all the doors, leave it for 10 minutes and let it do its thing. And this will clean out the whole aircon system, should get all the smells out of the vents and all that type of thing. So let's give it a go and this should finish it off.
Grenade! It smells nice.
It does smell alright.
Right.
That's it, we just leave that going off now.
10 minutes and then we'll come back to it.
That should all circulate round all the vents, all around the car, and hopefully smell a lot fresher. Right guys, aircon bomb's finished. Smelling a lot better in there. It's all starting to dry off nicely. We've got the whole team out working on this. Bradley's here taking off the tar spots with the tar and glue remover. Katie's out here taking off the masking tape for where we touched up the paintwork here, because somebody had actually put white silicone sealant along the back of the window when all that was really leaking was the seal on the brake light. So obviously we're going to fix that properly, but taking off the white silicone sealer did leave some scratches, so we've masked that off, painted it black so it blends in with the window. I think that'll look alright when it's finished. And we've got a bit of an issue with the Audi, the back brakes. Sorry?
You need to move the car across.
Right.
And get the jack in.
The back brakes are sticking again on the Audi, so I've been down to AUTOPARTS again.
We picked up 2 new calipers.
Picked up some new calipers, some new pads, so we're going to get these swapped out. And then we'll try to get this Nissan Note finished, Charlie, because it's up for sale now. Lots of work today, guys. We need to get cracking on. It's actually a nice day in Scotland for a change. It's been raining all week, so let's get as much done as we can while the sun's shining. Back brakes are done on the old Audi and it's all good now, it rolls again. The Nissan Note, smelling much fresher. But what I did notice is, it ended up with a flat battery and we had to jump start it off the Audi. Now, I think the battery's alright. I think Charlie, Bradley and Katie have left stuff on when they've been cleaning it out. They said they didn't. I'm sure they have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Topdon battery tester out and we're going to get a quick battery test now that it's been charged up again, just to make sure it's alright. Topdon battery tester, the BT100. Again, it's another great Topdon product, well made. The clamps are even brilliant, they're nice and strong. These are cheap as chips. I've left a link in the description for one. The only downside to this, is it doesn't do a printout, but they do an upgraded one that does do printouts for about 20 quid more. If it's just for your own benefit, these are fine. It's already telling me it's 12.7 volts, so we'll press enter and we'll do a battery test. So you just press enter again. This is a regular flooded battery, and it is
Flooded with WD-40. It's got like 3 millimeters thick of WD-40 all over the new
yeah.
base.
I still need to wipe all of that off. So this is 340 cold cranking amps. So it's a really small battery. Press enter. Topdon's testing the battery. There we have it, good battery, 78% healthy, 100% charged. And that's a good battery. What I'll do, I'll take a wee picture of this. So we'll stop videoing for a second. So there you go guys, I've just taken a wee picture of that, and then I can print it off and put it with the paperwork for the car. So you don't actually need a printer for one of these. You can just take a picture of it. The other things you can do charging tests and cranking tests as well to test your alternator. But if the battery test comes up okay, then you know that your alternator and everything's okay. So we're all good. Let's crack on with this bumper. So they've probably been more sensible to show you the damage on it prior to me starting to rub it down. But if you remember back to the first video, I think I showed it on there. It's all lacquer peel, which Charlie's working on now, just feathering out the edges, getting rid of all the loose lacquer. And then on this side, we had quite a hefty scratch, so it's a cheap car. I'm not going to be 100% and do this perfect. I just want it to look better, so I've used 240 on the sander without the interface pad, just to knock down the really bad scratches and take out the roughness. This isn't even going to need any filler when I'm finished. I've now put the interface pad on with the 240, and I'll go over all of this again, because the interface pad will actually soften the scratch and make it more like a 400-ish. And then what I'll do is we'll finish it off with a scotch pad, some build primer here, and then we'll just paint it up. So let's crack on with the sanding and get this knocked out. Right, lacquer peel's gone. We've got it in primer, and I've got the side that was all damaged and scratched in a build primer. Still drying off at the minute. But yeah, no more scratches. So we'll leave that for a wee while. I'm actually going to leave it overnight because it's about 3 o'clock on the Sunday afternoon, and I think I just want to go and have a bit of a break, to be fair. So I'm going to leave it overnight and pick up with this again in the morning. Now you guys have seen me paint a bumper loads of times. I've got the filler primer on. This one had bad lacquer peel. So the next step, I'm going to feather the edges in. I'm going to give this a bit of a wet sand. Then it's the light coats, the colour, just to build up the colour. And then it'll be one tack coat of lacquer and then one heavy coat of lacquer. And it should have a nice glassy finish. I'm not going to go too mental because it is only a bumper, but we'll make a good job of it. We'll get it back on the car and we'll carry on from there. See you in a minute. So I decided not to bore you guys with the whole paint process again, because you've seen that a million times. But Charlie's got the bumper back on and it looks so much better. The colour match is again perfect. Massive shout out to Spray Stores again for a perfect colour match. This is panel to panel paint, and look at that. Can't even tell. It's awesome. So, wheels are painted, bumper's painted. We've only got a few wee jobs to finish this car off. Katie's going to get another once out on the inside. Me and Charlie are going to get a quick machine polish. But we'll probably time lapse all of that. The last two major bits that I want to do before we roll into a time lapse is these dents. There's a dent here. I want to try and pull that out a bit and touch it up. And there's a wee dent here on the tailgate. that I want to pull out. We're not going to do anything about the dents on the bonnet. They're just going to stay there because it is a cheap car, but they ones are really noticeable and bugging me. Plus Darren's gave me a Loney's dent puller set. I've never tried one before and I really want to try it, so yeah, let's have a go and see if we can pull these dents out using the hot glue gun puller set. That's all the polishing done. The Nissan Notes finally finished on the outside. There is just a couple of jobs I'm going to finish off with. I've got a rear brake light to put in because what I done was it was looking really dull, so I rubbed it down and clear lacquered it when I was painting the bumper, so that looks new again. I've got another job with the steering wheel which we're going to attempt now, and then as you know I took the seats out of it, so we've got some airbag lights on because I drove it with the seats out. But I'm not going to do that in this video because I've got a new tool for that. So what we're going to do is make that a video on its own on Wednesday, so there'll be a quick video on Wednesday where you can see that in action, and we're going to have a laugh now and see if we can fit this steering wheel cover. Right, we're going to start with this steering wheel cover. It's a universal one. I got it off eBay for a £5, so if it doesn't work, we haven't really lost any, we can cut it off and just put a normal cover back on. But I think if this works properly, it should work out a bit better. Now, I'm going to start it because I'm then going to go and pick Sophie up for work and Charlie's going to finish it. So we've just watched a quick video on how to stitch them up. So where should we start, Charlie? Should we put this line at the top so it's like a...
So it's like a race car?
A race steering wheel.
No, I think we should put it at the bottom.
We can't put it at the bottom because it's got the fat chunky bit there.
Oh,
so
yeah, stick it at the top.
Yeah, I think
like
so.
Like a race wheel.
Like a narder. Right, I hope this works. It'll look better if it works. It's a tighter fit than I thought. So basically you just stretch it around the wheel like that. Try and get it centred. I've got the steering lock on for this as well. I think that's a bit centred. So it does come with a needle and thread as well. We got the nice red to match the car because the seats have got red stitching as well. So I thought this would look the part if it works. Oh, it is quite long. This is when my 40-year-old eyes will fail me and I'll not be able to thread the needle. Oh, it's quite a big eyelet, we'll be alright. Straight in first time, look. Oh, I'm actually going to poke it through there to start with, because she had her not fully visible. I didn't want hers fully visible. I'm trying to do hers a wee bit better.
A wee bit stealthier.
A wee bit. So basically, Should we go clockwise or anti-clockwise? Does it matter?
No.
So through that one. I can't bloody see what I'm doing. And through that one.
It's a long bit of string, eh?
Yeah.
Pull it tight.
Pull it tight.
Not too tight that it stops.
We're pulling tight that way, so we need to go through this one, don't we? Can he? How does it look like we're about to have
A big crease.
a baggy bit?
Okay, so Dad's went to pick Sophie up. I've finished the steering wheel. I've came up to this middle bit and tied a knot. I've got some snips here and a lighter, and I'm gonna try and. I seen some sewers do this before, where they like burn the thread, and so yeah, I'm gonna try and do that now. I'm gonna set you up, so I've never done it before. If it catches fire, then it will be funny, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, there's fire. Oh, that's pretty cool. There's a little bit of fire, but it just melted straight up into, hopefully, like melted it together with the other stuff and it won't come loose now. Yeah, for £5, that's pretty good. These little thumb bits were a pain, and the bottom bit, but actually it looks better in person than it does on camera, which is strange. But yeah, pretty good.
This actually, Charlie's done a half decent job of finishing that off. For a £5, I think that looks alright. I mean, you could probably take your time, and I messed up a little bit there. You could probably take your time and make this look a lot better. But for a £5, I'm not going to complain about that. That looks decent. And on that note, guys, I'm going to end this video here. Hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've picked up some useful tips through it. And remember, make sure you've hit that subscribe button, because there's a load of people watch these videos that aren't subscribed. And obviously, as you know, we're having our first ever live stream. And on that live stream, we're going to give away a load of prizes. We're working with Topdon again. We're trying to get some prizes off of them. We're working with CG Sillet, I think they're called. They've sent us out a diagnostic machine worth nearly £400. Was it $400 or £350 or something like that? We're giving that away. We've got some home bulk t-shirts. We've got loads of goodies to give away on the live stream. Make sure you didn't miss it, guys. Make sure you hit the sub button, and make sure you're there next Sunday at 8 o'clock. But that's the note ready for sale. I'm going to grab some pictures. I'm going to get it advertised, and hopefully we'll have a live stream next week, and then the week after that we'll have a new bit of stock to get started on. So thanks again for watching, guys. See you next week.